Welcome back, everyone. You are joining us on our trip from Uganda to Kenya to go on a safari. We started this leg of our trip by taking a bush plane from the Savannah airstrip to Entebbe. In Entebbe, we had a long layover, so we went and explored the city with a local guide. Then we flew to Nairobi, where we had another long layover, this time overnight, before boarding another bush plane that took us out into the Masai Mara National Reserve. We have a person that came and picked us up from the airport from the hotel. We have a 4-hour layover, so he is showing us around the city here and the town and a couple other local spots, and then is going to take us to lunch so we don't just sit in the hotel the whole time. Here at the lunch place now, and then we're going to go look at where some fishing and stuff takes place. So we did not go to lunch at that restaurant. We just went to look at Lake Victoria. We are now at a mall, and I'm not quite sure what we're doing. So I don't know if we're getting food or not. So we're still looking around the city, and this is our guide for the day. Welcome back, everyone. It's super early. I don't know if you can tell by how messy my hair is. We are in Nairobi right now, Kenya. We just arrived from Uganda, and we are last night. We're in a hotel for the night before heading off to the bush camp and the safari.
We catch a plane in like 2 hours, so.
Yeah, it was a quick flight over from Uganda. So we are here for a little bit, and then we're taking another bush plane called Safari Link out to the actual camp, to where we are going to be staying for the next 3 days and going on safari and a couple other activities. A really nice part of booking with Sanctuary is that they actually pick you up at the airstrip and take you to the resort. Along the way, we had a couple beers, and the guide pointed out some of the animals before we actually got to the resort itself.
Jumbo, Jumbo. Welcome.
Oh, hello. Thank you. We got here a couple hours ago. We had lunch. I am gonna head out on the afternoon safari. Ashley is taking a nap. We have been traveling a lot, so she's gonna sit this one out and just relax. I need to figure out the camera settings. We're borrowing a lens, or we rented a lens, and I haven't used it really, so I need to figure those out. So it's going to be kind of a crash course in using the lens today. So excited for the first safari. It is 5 in the morning. Actually, it's like 5:30 now. We are up super early because Ashley has booked us a little
Hot air balloon.
a hot air balloon experience over the savannah here. So we're going to do hot air balloons, and then we're going to have a breakfast out in the bush in the middle of the...
I'm rushing because we have to get going.
Yeah, in the middle of the field. We're meeting the guy at 5:40, and then we start around 6:30, and we have to drive out into the bush to get the actual hot air balloons. So early morning. Ashley and I just finished doing the balloon ride. Just grabbing a quick video, and we're now gonna go have breakfast in the bush.
Jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana. Wageni.
Heading out to lunch now, and we're hanging out here during the day because there's not much activity out there during the day because it's so hot, and the animals mostly eat in the morning and at night. So we'll leave here again at around 4 p.m. to go back on another game drive. Is it a game drive?
Yeah,
Sounds like I'm chilling.
I know. To go out in the bush, I guess.
Yeah, to go out in the bush, and then we'll leave tomorrow morning and do the same thing again.
Also, for the purpose of traveling, sometime today we have to get a COVID test done.
Yes.
So we can actually be allowed back into the States, a negative COVID test. So we don't know when that's supposed to happen. It's just supposed to be sometime today.
But we should be negative. We both got vaccinated before we left.
Yeah. We are off to do the afternoon safari. This is Ashley's first time out in one of the Land Cruisers. We were obviously out there in the balloon this morning. So she's now gonna get to see them up close. And I hope we get to see a male lion, jaguar, ostrich and rhino are what I'm hoping to see today. It's our last full day here in Kenya at the lodge. We head back tomorrow. Very long day of flying. Pretty much, I don't know, like 18 hours of flying with 3 different planes. So today we decided to make the most of it. We are going on a full day safari. Normally there's just the morning and afternoon safaris, but we've opted for the full day. So we'll have breakfast here, and then we're gonna meet up with our guide. He's gonna pack us a lunch. We're gonna get a bottle of wine. I don't know what else. And then we are literally, so what we have been doing is staying very close to camp, probably within half an hour to an hour. driving wise, which is probably, I think, 30 kilometers max, if even that, distance wise. So today we're going all the way to the other side of across the river, all the way to the other side of the
hopefully see a cheetah
of the reserve to hopefully see some animals that we haven't seen at the more popular part, which is the main entrance to the park that we have been touring so far. So we got a long day ahead of us. The other group that did it yesterday came back around 4:30. So a good 8 hours of safaring and off in the bush. So a pretty unique experience about this national park is that you're not allowed to just drive in. You have to have a guide of some kind, whether or not it's provided by the resort or a local guide themselves. If you come up to the park and you don't have a guide, you can hire one of the park rangers to actually go with you, but you are not allowed to drive around the park without a certified guide with you. This part was pretty cool because we were actually leaving the park, but we had one of the local guides walk us through a little nature park that went along the river where we saw a lot of hippos and a lot of crocodiles, which was very cool. Another pretty cool part about it was towards the end of the day, the guide actually let me drive the Land Cruiser a little bit while he and Ashley went in the back and talked about animals and pointed out some stuff. Also, in this part, we're actually driving into Tanzania for a very short while. The road actually goes into it for a very small stretch of it. So technically you're entering Tanzania, but the road comes right back into Kenya, so there's not really any way to get into Tanzania from this road. But another cool experience nonetheless. If you ever make it to this sanctuary, ask for James because he's the best.
Thank you very much for coming to Olonana Sanctuary, and it is quite a pleasure to have you. We're so much delighted, and we hope to see you not in a far too distant future.
Yes.
We're looking forward to host you again with a family of 2 or 3.
If you can't tell, we're tired. Ashley and I just got back from 11 hours of safaring out in the bush. What I was saying before it got super dark. 11 hours.
11 hours.
basically off-roading. Anyone who's ever done off-roading, we're tired. We cut new paths. We followed old ones that haven't been driven on for 9 months. We saw everything but female lions.
Well, you saw a female
I saw a
lion.
female lion. We did not see a python
Or a cheetah.
or a
I see
cheetah, but they haven't seen cheetahs in over 4 days at this point, so they don't know where they are. But it was a trip of a lifetime. Our guide James truly was, I mean, I don't know how the other guides are, but they are truly, he was truly knowledgeable about everything. You could pick up something and he knew it, so having a guide who knew what he was talking about and knew the area made it just that much better.
We're gonna go check out the gift shop now so we can bring home some gifts.
So Ashley's checking out the gift shop. One nice thing is that Sanctuary buys a lot of stuff from the local tribes and the local towns to stock the gift shops, so it's all made here. If you go into the towns or into the tribes, you can buy directly from them, much cheaper. But it is nice that they hire the local people. One thing that we really didn't show that much was our room. It was awesome. It was huge. You had this huge living room, bed area, and then an absolutely massive bathroom and shower. All of the doors open up so you can get a nice breeze, but it is also air conditioned, and it was truly awesome to stay in during the day, during the hot part of the day. Hello everyone. We are now at the airport in Kenya. I don't know if you can tell, but this looks like a very pop-up airport. There's nothing here, and we have, there's no food, only duty-free alcohol. There's nothing. Like, there is a little restaurant over there, but it's closed. It's very closed. So we are waiting for our flight to Dubai, then to Boston, then back home. So we are essentially ending this vlog in this trip. It's been a blast. Looking forward to the next one. See y'all.